So what I'm looking at today is basically 3 tiny setup changes that allow our golf swing to complete a repeatable pattern of movement, to deliver that golf club from the inside, which obviously means getting this golf club to travel from an inside arc to the golf ball, which is what we require to hit a straight shot or a draw shot. Anything that's out to in, cutting across the golf ball, will affect contact, distance, and give you that kind of pull and slice shot. Well, obviously we do not want. So these things are all going to help encourage the draw with every single golf club in the bag. So we're looking at 3 things. The first thing is when we set to the golf ball, I want you, instead of placing the golf club right behind the golf ball, I want you to place it 6 inches back behind the ball. And potentially, the longer the club, you might go a few more inches back. So with a medium iron, like I've got today, 6 inches behind the golf ball. If you went to a driver, I'd probably go 10 inches behind the golf ball. This automatically is going to help you get a better shoulder alignment. So the more my club goes back in on this arc, the more my shoulders are going to go more closed, if you like, in the fashion. But a lot of golfers will struggle with open shoulder alignment, so this will negate that, but also encourage you to have a slightly closed shoulder alignment, if anything. Having the closed shoulder alignment is going to encourage our swing path and swing plane to be on a flatter arc or more from the inside. Again, the shoulders are a big contributor to the swing path or club path as we swing the golf club. So having that club just set that, as I said, 5-6 inches inside, and then making it what we would class as our normal golf swing, will be cheat number 1. Now what I'm after for you to do is probably to do all the cheats at the same time. But that's cheat number 1. Cheat number 2 is all about our trail arm. Lots of golfers get the trail arm too straight and too high at address. So when we take our address position to the ball, this is what I see from a lot of golfers. This trail arm high, too straight, and we can't see any of this lead arm at all from this down the target line. So when we take our address position, we want to see the top of this forearm just visible. So taking this arm down your trail leg, doing a dumbbell move, keeping it as close as we can to our belly, all the way to the ball and keeping it tucked in, and having that 6 inches behind the ball will be the first 2 cheats. And that felt awkward, but great. Cheat number 3 is the head. Now the head has a huge part, and I see a lot of guys at the moment when they step to the golf ball have the head too much towards the front of the golf ball. Now if you can't get your low point forward and you've got a short iron, I don't really have a huge issue with that, because it will encourage you to hit more down on the ball and get the low point later, but it will start to encourage the plane and the path to be more from the over the top point of view, as that perspective, or out to in. So for sure with the longer clubs we need to have the head behind the golf ball. What I want you to do is when we have this club head that's 6 inches back, I want to make sure that head is 6 inches behind the ball too. And I also want you to feel with your eyes you are tilting them and turning them a little bit to the right. So if you imagine you were on your phone, it's a bit like that kind of position. Now this is going to again encourage us visually to see a more inside path. It's going to encourage us to turn more behind the golf ball. It's going to encourage us to have, from a downswing sequence, to have a head more behind the lower half. So your lower half and your upper half relationships would be more this way. So it gives us more what we call right side bend. All these things help to shallow the club, swing it more from the inside, but also hopefully encourage you to get that lower half leading, which will help that pressure on the golf ball. So again, it gets back to negating a little bit of needing to have the head in front of the golf ball from that point of view. What a lot of golfers are at this moment in time is very scared of moving off the golf ball, and you can move about 1 inch off the golf ball. So how I would look at it is from the center of your head here up to about an eye would be about the most I would allow you to move. So we're trying to set up pretty much in that kind of location, maybe even a little bit more, and feel that the head doesn't move too much. So again, for the guys who haven't got a lot of flexibility, we're presetting the need to move as much, and we're presetting everything in the way that's going to help us deliver the golf club from the inside, and the ability to get our sequence correct on the way down, to get that club shallowing and getting all the natural things that we would want to happen in the golf club to work to hit great shots. Let's have a go at the 3 cheats put together. So we're setting up to the golf ball, club 6 inches back, trail arm tucked in, head rotated and tilted behind the golf ball, and then from there we would make our normal golf swing. Definitely felt very awkward because I wouldn't normally set up that way.